Shalom, friends. Welcome to Hebrew with Maim. This Torah portion, this video is about Devarim. We're going to be learning Hebrew from the first few verses of Devarim. Devarim is the name of the first Torah portion of the book of Deuteronomy. And Deuteronomy, actually, the word Deuteronomy actually means second law or something like that. But Devarim, the Hebrew word for this book and for this Torah portion, means words or matters or things. Devar is a word, a matter, or a thing, or an issue, and Devarim is the plural form of that word. So it's words, matters, things, or issues. Okay, so this Torah portion, the Torah portion Devarim, so Devarim is the name of both the book as well as the Torah portion. And the Torah portion for Devarim is found in Deuteronomy chapter 1, verse 1 to 3:22. And I just wanted to remind everyone to visit my website, www.hebrewmime.com. If you click on this button right here, you can subscribe to my email list. Just fill out this form so that I can email you the weekly videos for the Torah portions, for the Hebrew lessons, and other interesting stuff that you might want. And also, if you click on this link right here, this goes to my Hebrew Facebook group, and this is also, of course, to my Hebrew channel. So yeah, just fill out this form, your name and email, and I will notify you by email of the newest videos that I post. Not just the newest ones, but whatever are the videos for the current week's Torah portion. Okay, so back to Devarim, which means words. We're gonna do letters, phonics, reading. For at least the first verse, okay? So, this is an aleph, and this is a tsere, and this says e. Tsere says e. And this is a lamed, which it makes an L sound, and this is a segol, which says e, so this is le. So e, le, elle. Now, the dagesh and the lamed, this dot right here, in ancient Hebrew, it meant to hold that sound a little bit, and certain Hebrew speakers, depending on their dialect, still keep that distinction. So instead of just ele, it would be elle. And this is the trope or the accent mark here. So we put the accent on the first syllable, elle, and elle means these. Okay, these. And then we have a hey and a patach, which says ha. The patach says a, so this is ha. And this is a daled with a sheva. And usually the sheva is silent, but in the middle of a word. But because the daled has a dagesh, we're going to sound it. So this is ha de. The sheva is a quick eh sound, ha de. And then this is a vet with a kamatz. So kamatz says a. So vet with a kamatz says va. Hadeva. And this is a resh with a chirik. Chirik says e. So this is ri. This is the chirik is together with a yud. Ri. Ri. And then this is a mem sofit, which closes out the syllable. So this is rim. Hadevarim. And this is just like the name of the Torah portion, Devarim. The only difference is that it has the prefix ha here, which means the. And Devarim means words. Okay, next. Zachatef patach, which means just a very quick patach, a very quick ah sound, ah, with the aleph, ah. This is the shin with a segel, which says eh. And this is a resh, which makes like an R sound. So this is sher. Asher, asher. And this is the trope or accent mark, so the accent is on the second syllable. Asher. And asher means who, that, or which. And it's translated as which here. Next we have a dalet with a chirik. So this is D. The chirik says E. So this is D. And this is a bet with a segol. The segol says E. So this is be. And then the resh closes out the syllable. So it says ber. Diber. Diber. And this means spoke right here. Spoke. And then we have a mem. And then this dot right here is the marker for the shin, which means it's a shin instead of a sin. But it also is the vowel for the mem, which is a cholem. And cholem says o. So this is mo, mo. And this is a shin with a segol. And this segol says e. And then the hey is just silent. She. Moshe. Okay, Moshe. Okay, and this is, of course, Moses, Moshe. And this is the accent mark. So it's not Moshe, it's Moshe. The accent is on she. Okay, then we have an aleph. And the aleph has a segol, which says e. And then we have a lamed here. So this is el, el. And this means two. Okay. And then we have a kamatz. A kaf with a kamatz. So kaf is because it has a dagesh. Without the dagesh, it's a chaf. But this one has a dagesh, the dot. So it's a kaf. And the kamatz usually says a in modern Hebrew. But with this particular word and certain other ones too, we preserve the ancient historical pronunciation for it. So instead of a, we're going to say, for this kamatz, we're going to say a, like A-W, a. And this is the ancient pronunciation for kamatz, a. So, and this is a lamed, which is like an L sound. So this is kol, kol. Kol means all. Okay, so this word will never be pronounced kal. It will always be pronounced kol, kol. And it means all. Sometimes it means also each, and sometimes it means every. It depends on the context of the word. Okay, so all, each, or every. And then we have a yud here with a chirik. Chirik says e. So this is ye, ye. This is a sin, and this shava is silent. So it's just going to close out this syllable right here. This is a sin, as opposed to a shin, like right here, because the dot is on the left-hand side. So this is yis, yis. Yis, this shava is silent. And then we have a resh here with a kamatz. This kamatz is a. So it says ra, yisra. And then we have an aleph with its tzere, which says e. And then a lamed. So together this will say el. Yisrael. Now in certain Hebrew dialects, they will also preserve the kamatz sound for here. So they would say, for example, Ashkenazim, they will say Yisrael, Yisrael. But more common is Yisrael, Yisrael. Okay, next. And of course that means Israel. So Yisrael, Yisrael, and then we have a bet here. Oh, so in case you didn't know, Yisrael is he struggles with God. He struggles, Yisra, and then El means God. Which reminds me of an interesting story that Dennis Prager once told. I don't know if you know him. He's a famous radio talk show host, and he's a Jew. He grew up as an Orthodox Jew, and he's still a religious, believing Jew. And a Muslim lady, called him once, and she liked him. She listened to his show, and she asked him sincerely once. She said, she asked him, why does he not consider becoming a Muslim? And Dennis Prager answered her and basically said, what does Islam mean, and what is a Muslim? Basically, Islam means submission, and a Muslim is someone who submits to God. And he said, but Israel, Yisrael, means he struggles with God. And he said, I'm much more comfortable, basically, with struggling with God. Meaning, as human beings, it's hard for us to simply submit, without question. And in Judaism, we understand that struggle. We sometimes have to struggle with God, struggle with His will, struggle with life, struggle with our lot in life, struggle with, the circumstances of life, struggle with evil in the world sometimes. Yisrael. So it's a much more, I agree with him that, Yisrael, Judaism, it's a much more honest picture of one's relationship to God. It's not easy to simply submit. Sometimes in life, we struggle with God. And according to Judaism, that struggle is okay. That struggle is expected. Anyway, sorry about that tangent. We have now here a bet with a shava. This is be, and be means, let me see if I can find it here, on. It sometimes also means at or with, but in this context, it means on. So on, in, at, or with. And then we have an ain, and then we have a tsere, which says e. So be, and then we have a vet with a sego, which says e. So ve, and then the reish closes at the syllable, so this is ver. Be'ever. The accent mark is on this syllable, so it's be'ever. Be'ever. And be is on, and ever is that side. But actually, you could also say across, okay? Because this word ever, it's related to the word ivrit, which means Hebrew, but it basically means one who has crossed over. And it could mean physically, like you've transversed a location, like you've crossed over the Jordan or a bridge, or spiritually speaking, you've crossed over from, let's say, darkness to light. Okay, so be'ever. So on that side or across, be'ever. And then we have a hey with a patach, so this says ha. And then a yud with a patach, so this is ya, ha ya. And then this is a resh with a sheva. And now this sheva is silent, so this is going to be part of this syllable right here, yar, ha yar. And then we have a daled with a tsere. The tsere says e. So de, and this is a nun sofit, so this is den, hayarden. And hayarden means the Jordan. So Yarden is Jordan. Now, of course, this is a name, but it also, the root of this, the Yud Resh Daled, Yarad, it means descend, okay, or descent. To descend, he descended, Hayarden. Okay, so the Jordan. And then we have a bet here with a patach. So this is, the patach says a. So this is ba. And this is a mem with a chirik. So this is mi. And this is a dalet with a shava. And this is shava is going to be silent, as it usually is in the middle of a word. So this closes out the syllable. So this says mid. Ba mid. And then we have a bet with a kamatz, which says a. So this says ba. And then a resh. So this says bar. Bamid bar. And ba it means in the, right here in the. Midbar is desert. Bamidbar. Okay? In the desert. Ba is in the, and midbar means desert or wilderness. I think something that's interesting is that the root of this word for wilderness or desert has the same root as davar, which means word or thing, as in Devarim, the name of our Torah portion. See the Daled, Vet, and Resh. Daled, Vet, and Resh. So these share the same root. I'm wondering, it would be interesting to find out what the connection is between those two words. Why the word desert or wilderness is related to the word for word or issue or matter or thing. Something I'll have to figure out and ask some people. Okay, next. Bet, right here with a kamat. So this says ba. And this is an ayin with a chatef patach, which says a. So ba-a. And this is a resh with a kamat. So this says ra. So ba-a-ra. And this is a vet with a kamatz, which says ah, and this is just part of that, so it's va, ba'arava. The accent mark is here at the end, so va is the accent mark. This meteg, this vertical line right here, is a secondary accent mark. So this is ba'arava, ba'arava, which means in the plain. Ba is in the, and arava means plain. And Arava, this word is related to the word Arab, like Arabia. Arava can mean towards the Arab. And the word Arab or Arav or Arava, it means a desert plain, actually. Okay. And of course, you know, the Arab lands are desert plains. Okay, and then we have a mem right here. And then we have a cholem vav. So this says o. So this is mo, and this is a lamed. So this is mol. So the Hebrew cholem, it's not quite the same as an English o. It's not o. It's like shorter sound than that. It's like o. O, not O. You know how we kind of elongate it a little bit. So it's not mole, it's mol. Okay. Okay. And mol means opposite or in front of. Okay. So opposite or right in front of. And then this is a samech right here. And this is a I always forget the name of this. This is a vav with a dot in the middle. It says u. Okay, so this is su, and this is a fe sofit. And a fe sofit has a f sound. Fe sofit. Sofit means final or end. Okay, so suf. Suf means reed. Okay. Red is not a good translation. It's not the Red Sea. It's the Sea of Reeds. That is the correct translation. That's the meaning of that word, Suf. It's not the Red Sea. It's the Sea of Reeds. R-E-E-D. R-E-E-D. But this word Suf, not only does it mean reeds, it also means final or the end. Just like I said, Fe Sofit. Sofit means end. It comes from the word sof. So sof or suf right here. That's this word right here. So that's another meaning for this word. One of the names of God in Judaism is Ein Sof. Ein Sof. And that's also really this another form of this word right here, Ein Sof. And Ein Sof means without end. Ein without, Sof means end right here, this word right here. So God is the one who is without end. Okay. Then we have a bet right here with tzeretz, which says e. So this is be. And this is a nun sofit. So this is ben. Ben. Ben means between. Right here, between. And then we have a pei with a kamat. So this says pa. And this aleph will go with it, okay? It's part of the syllable. Pa. And then we have a resh right here with a kamat, so this is ra. And this is a nun sofit, so this is ran. Paran. And the accent mark is right here. This darga says paran. Now this is the name Paran, but it is it's thought that the root of this is related to the word which means bow, B-O-U-G-H, like the bow of a plant, or also like put fruitful, like a fruitful bow, like the word peri, which means fruit. So yeah, so that's paran. So perhaps I'm just speculating here, but perhaps this was a fruitful land. Paran was a fruitful land. Okay, then we have a vav with a dot in the middle, which says u, and then a vet with its sere, which says ve, and then a nun sofit. So this is ven, uven, and this is the same as this word ben. The vav in the beginning just means and. Vein right here is the same as ben right here. It means between. In Hebrew, we don't just say between this and that. We say between this and between that. That's just how the grammar works in Hebrew. So uvein and between. And then we have a tav with a cholem. So this is to. The cholem says o. So this is to. And this is a fe with its segel, which says e. So this is fe. And the lamed closes out that vowel. So this is fel. Tofel. The accent mark is right here under the tav. So it's tofel. The accent is on the first syllable. Tofel. Interesting. This is the name, right? Tofel. But when I looked it up, it meant. I saw that the root said whitewashed. So I don't know. It's interesting. So in between whitewashed. And then here we have a vav, v, the shiva. So we sound the shiva because it's at the beginning of the word. We always sound the shiva at the beginning of the word. So this is v, and this is a lamed with a kamat. So this is a. So this is la. And a vet with a kamat. So this is va, and the nun sofit. So this closes the syllable out, and we say van. This is the accent mark. So velavan, accent on the last syllable, velavan. Ve means and again, just like this u means right here. Ve means and lavan, right here, it's a name, but it means white. So this tofel, they say means whitewashed, and lavan means white. Of course, they're names of places, though. Okay. And then we have a vav right here with a patach. So this says va. And then we have a chet right here with a chetef patach. So it says cha. This is the secondary accent mark. This vertical line. This meteg. Va, cha. And then we have a sadi with a tsere. So it says tse. And this is a resh with a cholem. So this is o. So this is ro. And this tav closes at the syllable. So this is rot. Va, cha. So vachatzerot. Vachatzerot. And that's this word right here. It's a name of a place again. But this means, chatzerot means, it's a plural for villages or settlements. Okay, chatzerot. Plural. The ot makes it plural. Vachatzerot. Accent on the last syllable. And then we have a vav with a shiva, which says v. And then we have a dalid with a chirik and yud together, say e. So this is d, vedi, vedi. Ve means and d is right here. Now d is zah, and so this d is part of the name, right? D zahav. But the root of this is related to the word dai, which means enough, like as in dayenu, it would have been enough. So vedi, okay, enough. And then we have a zayin with a kamatz, which says ah, so this is za. And a hey with a kamatz, which says ah, so this is ha. And then a vet closes out the syllable, so it says hav, zahav. And zahav means gold, which is interesting. zahav means gold, so vedi zahav means enough gold. So the name of the place is called Enough Gold, vedi zahav. Very interesting. Okay, we can just go ahead and review that, and that was kind of a longer verse, so we don't have time for another one. But let's go ahead and review the words that we've learned already. Okay, let me present this. Okay, so we have elle, which means these, hadevarim, which means the words, asher, which means which, diber means spoke, Moshe, Moses, el means to, kol means all, Yisrael is Israel, be'ever means on that side or across, and then we have hayarden, which means the Jordan, and bamidbar, which means in the desert, ba'arava, which means in the plain. And then we have mol, which means opposite, and suf, which means reed. It refers, the word sea isn't actually in this verse, but it refers to the sea of reeds. But in context, that's a context of it's not talking about a single reed, it's talking about, the place. A sea of reeds. Okay, and bain is between. Paran is paran right here. The root means bow or fruitful. And then uvein and between. Tofel right here, which means possibly means whitewashed. Ve means and. Lavan means right here. Lavan means white. And vachatserot. That's the name of a place. It also means villages or settlements. Vedi Zahav. It's the name of a place, but this Di Zahav means enough gold. Okay, well, I hope you enjoyed learning with me. If you click on this link, you can subscribe to my email list so I can email you the weekly video lessons. Sometimes when I'm really busy, like during the holidays, time, I don't get around to it, but I usually do. And also, there's different links down here too. Here is I have a collection of videos. It goes to a playlist to learn the Hebrew alphabet, if you're still learning the alphabet, or if you and then this is a playlist for a few Jewish prayers and blessings. I'll add to it as time goes by, but I have some already there. And this is where all my biblical Hebrew lessons are, like this one. And ancient Hebrew, this goes to a playlist where I learned the ancient Hebrew, where I teach the ancient Hebrew pronunciation of the Hebrew letters and some from the Torah. And here's where I teach the trope from the Torah. And if you click on this one right here, this link, it's for more formal, thorough, really great Hebrew lessons. If this one, it goes here, and this says biblical Hebrew. It's not really just biblical Hebrew. It's just actually like Hebrew grammar. It's just like a very complete Hebrew learning course where you learn how to conjugate verbs and different vocabulary words and how to make sentences and stuff like that. And also, if this link right here goes to lessons for modern Hebrew, and those lessons are taught by my friend in Israel, a very intelligent and nice man, Seth Young. He's right here. And you might also recognize Gidon Ariel. He helps to teach these lessons, and the one that is the modern Hebrew lessons, which are more conversational, that site looks like this, and that's also Seth's site. So, okay, thank you so much. Shabbat Shalom.